Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Hey, I'm Chris from Make Everything. Today we're back up at my property in upstate New York, and I'm going to give you a little update and some background as to what's going on up here. Check it out. All right, so it's been about a year and a half since I purchased the property up here, and honestly, not much has changed. In my last video, I talked about how I put in a driveway, and having that has been really great for sort of the planning and me being able to come up here and sort of visualize the property over the last year. I've come up a few times, and now I'm here in the winter of 2021. It's January, and I'm really getting an idea of kind of what I want to do now that all the leaves are off the trees. So the building that I'm standing in front of is the house that was here. It was built in the 90s, and I can tell because there are actually still stickers on the windows from when the person bought them. And I'm going to take you inside the house and show you a little bit of what's going on in there. But basically what I've been told by the neighbors is that two brothers started to build the house sometime in the 90s, and they weren't necessarily builders. They got to a certain point and then they basically abandoned it. So inside the house was, framed. It was wired. There's some drywall up, insulated. There are still pallets of drywall on the ground. And it's a shame because them abandoning it, the foundation, whoever did it, it's now undermined and it's started to fail. So this house is a loss. I'm going to wind up having to pull it down, which is something I mentioned in the first video. So over the last couple months, I've been sort of looking at the property and thinking about what I want to do up here. And since the property is tiered, goes up from the road to this tier to a higher tier, I think the plan is going to be to pull this building down, flatten this area, and then build up higher on the property so that we can see the mountains. So let's take a walk inside and I'll explain some of the things that you can see in there. All right, you guys ready? This is Ghostbusters, right? You got your light? Yeah, I got the key. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get any mud inside my house.
I gotta clean my boots before I go in.
All right.
Look at that farm table. I didn't see that last week.
You want that? So this is the house. What do you mean?
I guess those are the staples from this. What? Those are the staples from the
Yeah.
insulation. The sheetrock's good.
Oh, look at this hole. This is new. That's new. That's a new hole. So my favorite part about the house is this right here. Pro Guide to Drywall. Step-by-step instructional video. This is the best part of the house. Well, the crawl space is only 3 feet deep underneath it, so you only go down into your waist. Came with a full pallet of sheetrock, 2 full pallets of sheetrock. I got some bicycles in here. A mattress. The floor's caving in here. We got 2 bicycles.
Wow.
The bay windows are still intact.
What a shame, though.
Yeah. It really is. I mean,
there's a hole in the floor over this, so I'd be careful.
so someone did put in a bathroom, and someone did wire in a service. No, some burrowed up from the bottom or went down from the top. And then over here, the whole floor, I think a bear was living in here. I think something crawled its way up. Yeah.
King cooker. You got a king cooker over there. Look at this.
Oh yeah, dude. Look at that. Look at the bed frame with the cinder blocks.
Look, somebody put that. Somebody was actually spending the night in here every once in a while.
Oh yeah. Look at the computer monitors. Those are to do your taxes.
I think you're sagging a little bit.
Gravy.
Yeah. The water comes down that hill.
Yeah.
It's like a crazy downfall.
Yeah.
Bottom of the
Yeah.
lake.
So this is the house. and it's all gonna go.
It's all mine.
It's all yours. The windows are still good though.
Yeah, good.
Nice view. Kind of. All right, so you can see the inside of the house is a total mess. Now, up higher on the property is a nice flat spot that somebody took the time to clear because most of the trees are very young. So I would say they're, you know, maybe 20 to 30 years old, 25, 30 years old. And because they're so young, you know, they haven't really done too much to the ground up there. It's very wet. But I want to cut a lot of those trees down and you know, maybe even gravel over that so I can build, you know, some little cabins or something off grid up there. Now I've been thinking about building either a tree house or sort of an A-frame cabin, and that's something that I hope to do in the spring. Now I drew up these plans, and this is a pretty quick build, and I think that, you know, based on my building experience and some of my friends who will come up and help me with that, we could do that project over the course of just a few days, and I think it'd be a good example for people to see how they can build, you know, an auxiliary small kind of off-grid building. So that's something I'm really excited about doing. All right, so right now we're up on this kind of second level. You can see the roof of the main house right there. So my goal in the spring is to utilize a pad kind of like this, put a little block foundation and build a tall and skinny, maybe an A-frame or some sort of building right there, just as sort of a weekend cabin. And you can just sort of see, right now you can see all the mountains in the distance. So before the leaves come back on the trees, I want to take some time and cut a lot of these trees down while they're nice and easy. And while we're up here, you can see the second tier of the property. So this is all young trees. Somebody cleared this at one point, and these trees have just grown back over the years. And as we kind of go to the edge, you can see the property, you know, so we've got the road down there. It comes up, flattens off, comes up again. Now we're up here, and then the hill's a lot more gradual as it goes back towards the property line. So one of the issues I think there is on this property is that the water runoff runs down the hill. And I think at one point it was running underneath the foundation, and the foundation's just stacked block. And I don't think it had enough mass to it to stop the water, and that's why the house started to collapse. You guys find any good treasures? What is that? Somebody was sitting up here, like, you know, they ran an extension cord up. You see the winch over here?
Yeah, it's actually, it looks like a full mid, but it's not.
The winter is the best time to explore this place because you find all the good stuff. Holy crap, look at this thing.
I know, it's cool. If it wasn't so heavy, I'd say let's take it back to the shop.
Oh, it was electric. I didn't even realize there was a cord and a motor on it.
The winch is right, the cable's right here.
I wonder if they were dragging stuff up the hill with it or something.
Yeah, they must be. I don't know. Yeah, they brought the Mr. Coffee up.
That's where you find the dead body, on the other end of that cable. Hooked to a hand or something. We'll fix that. All right, so there's the house up there. Now, originally there was a second driveway, and it came down over to here. And this would have brought you up to the house. I'll probably try to restore this. You couldn't knock the tree over? What'd I bring you for? Oh, look, another barrel. So there's already a well on the property, and we're gonna drop a flashlight on a string just to see what's down in the bottom of it. I've never actually investigated this. I can see the pump.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
It feels dry. Yeah, you can hear it. You're hitting the bottom of something that's dry.
So
Where'd you mark?
So right there.
I'm gonna put a knot in it. Yeah. So I don't know what exactly that means if it's dry, but at least there's a hole drilled. Maybe
Maybe we can add water.
maybe I can just pee in it or something.
Get a water truck.
All right, so this is about 43-ish feet to the bottom, I'm gonna have to bring a well company in. I have no idea what that means. There's no water down there, so leave a comment if you know what I'm supposed to do.
Add water. You gotta add water.
Add water to it,
Yeah,
right?
you fill it up with water and it goes in the house.
If
Perfect.
there's no water in there, the well is dry, and so you got to drill another one.
That
Drill
sucks.
deeper.
We just drill it
Yeah,
deeper.
they drill deeper. They would tell you. They do tests and they you know.
So
You got a good start though.
that's that. All right, that about does it for this video. I just wanted to provide a quick little update. I know a lot of people ask me in the comments what the story with the house is. I can't wait to get started. Something I'm planning on doing right away is knocking this building down. Hopefully I'll get some footage of that. I'm gonna have a company come up and do it just because it's such a large property and the building just has so much material in it. I wanna have somebody come up with an excavator and just tear the thing apart. Once that's done, I'm gonna look to purchase my own machine, probably a small skid steer or a tractor, and start just driving it around, knocking down trees and clearing the land. So if you're interested in this series, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and leave some comments down below if you have any ideas about what I can do. You know, I showed you guys the well that I'm gonna have to be working with. There's a septic here somewhere I've gotta find, and luckily there's power out at the street that I'll be able to utilize once I get it reconnected to a temporary service and get a new transformer put in. So all good things. I'm super excited to have this piece of property. This has been a dream of mine since I was a kid, to have a piece of property upstate that I could sort of do whatever I want with. And the fact that I get to walk around this land and know that it's mine, it just makes me smile every time I come here. So thank you so much for following along. If you want to see what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, follow me here at Make Everything Shop. You can see what I'm doing every day in the shop. I like to answer questions and interact with people, so that's a good way to kind of keep tabs on what's going on in the shop and at the property up here. Thanks to Jimmy and Derek for helping me out today, and I hope to see you on the next video.
Pull it to you as it comes to you. Pull it down, 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 down.
I'm tired.